meteorologist Kellyanne Klass is keeping track of conditions outside. I feel like we're in for a humid day ahead.
Yeah, thankfully not super hot. We're looking at highs today in the mid-80s, but we will be watching for maybe an isolated shower or two. Otherwise, we'll stay mostly cloudy to start and then mostly sunny later on in the day. So early this morning, we had those storms roll through. That line of thunderstorms is now out in the Gulf, pushing away from the coastal bend, but we still have some lingering showers across parts of the coastal bend, including Hebronville, parts of Jim Hogg County, Jim Wells County into Duval County. It's not thunderstorm activity, but some pockets of heavier rainfall in northern portions of Jim Hogg County and southern portions of Jim Hogg County. Going into Jim Wells County and Duval County, it's some light showers to start. Same thing for areas up to the north. Now, we did have very gusty conditions with the arrival of that line of thunderstorms very early this morning. NAS Corpus Christi was the highest wind gust at 84 miles per hour. At the Corpus Christi International Airport, gusting around 55 miles per hour, and in Beeville, gusting to around 51 miles per hour. Rockport, you nearly reached 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Thankfully, as we go throughout the day today, gusty conditions not really a concern. We're not waking up to any severe weather this morning. We'll have some lingering showers for that morning commute, and then as we go into the late morning, early afternoon, that starts to clear out, maybe one or two isolated showers. Then later in the day, we'll see some sunshine. We'll talk much more about your local forecast, plus have a look at rainfall totals coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you very much, Kellyanne. Overnight, damaging high winds, debris all over the place, and a front that knocked out power to thousands.
Yeah, we're seeing some of that already, getting a clearer picture of last night's storm. We have our Lexus Green joining us live in Flower Bluff with what she's seeing right now. Lexus, good morning.
Right, as the neighborhoods and some of the residential businesses start to light up a little bit as the sun comes up, we are getting a clearer picture of what those winds did overnight. I do want to show you a picture of one of the neighbors out here on Glen Oak in Flower Bluff. If you can see, that is one of their fences down. We were actually tipped off by a viewer who told us that there was fences down here on Glen Oak and Flower Bluff, and that's not the only one. We actually spot just a few yards away, there's another fence that's missing. It's down. So there is a lot of damage that came through the Flower Bluff area as well as NAS. As we reported, our 3 News weather team says 84 miles per hour winds. We do want to let you know if you are headed out to whether that's taking your kid to school or work. We do see a lot more drivers on the roads right now. Those intersections, there's still a lot that are not on. A lot are coming to, but if you're leaving the island, coming through Flower Bluff, NAS, going to the base, be careful. There are 4-way stops that you want to be on the lookout for, as well as a bunch of traffic signs and signage that's down. Some is in the roadways, and I know that maybe TxDOT or other crews haven't got a chance to make their way out there and remove it. So if you are headed out, it is still dark out, please err with caution. We want you to be safe, and we are monitoring those outages. We're getting a lot of messages. People want to know, well, when are we going to expect power? We are monitoring that, as well as the AEP outage map. We'll have that information on our website, and we'll be sure to keep you updated on air and online. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Lex. And that's what we want. We just want people to be safe.
Exactly.
Avoid those areas.
That's the thing. Driving into work today, trash cans were pushed into the middle of the street. A lot were knocked over, debris, junk all over the roadways. And you don't know what you're going to see, especially if the lights are out in that area. Looking at the AEP outage map right now, I can tell you that in Flower Bluff, there's 3 big areas they're looking at, and 2 of them are currently, we might need to refresh that because my map looks a little more updated, but I could be mistaken. Yeah, Melissa, if we can, let's refresh that just a scotch.
Yeah.
It says 2 of the areas they're still assessing. The other one, it looks, okay, yeah. Maybe they just updated it on top of my update, which was like a minute
The update
ago.
on top of the update. We know the for sure Flower Bluff area and London ISD area.
Yes,
now
parts of the island.
Yes, parts of the island as well.
And
now, if you do have a power outage and you're wondering what number to call, I have the number for you for AEP. That's 1-866-223-8508. That is the number you call if you have a power outage.
If you're driving to the airport, you'll probably notice there's some power out there as well. It says that should be restored around 9, but I'm only seeing about 120 people in that area surrounding the airport. When we zoom out, we see a lot of central Corpus Christi, or what do they call it, Center City, or whatever it's called. Bayside's still affected.
You know where
There's
I mean.
different names for everything
You
around
know
here.
where I'm at.
Bayside's affected. It looks like Port A is looking really good. Ingleside by the Bay had a few outages. Portland experienced a few. We'll continue to monitor those. Hopefully they'll be up and running by the time you got to get the kids off to school. That's the important thing.
Yes.
They want their eggs and bacon.